The injection point feels hot under her fingers each time her hand absently brushes the speck of a wound she can't take her mind from. Kira's vaguely aware of her friends, a classification she's beginning to suspect might include Small Snake, moving somewhere beyond her, but she doesn't think they're in immediate danger, so for the moment she ignores them, and for once, it's easy. Part of that is her body, slowly winding down from the battle stupor. It always feels strange coming back to herself in those moments when she is less Kira and more rage. Her blood is still rushing in her ears, her muscles tensing and relaxing convulsively in time with her racing heart. One hand, shaking slightly from exertion, still clutches Ricky in her lap. She can feel his hum even powered off as he rarely is. She's becoming slowly, intimately aware of each hit she'd taken, yet hadn't seemed to notice until time returned to normal. The adrenaline ebbs away, replaced with a quiet, comfortable fatigue. This much she's grown used to. She doesn't like it, per se, that awful, boundless anger that seems to take her over mind and body anytime she or Bricks or the others are threatened. The rage feels alive and terrifying, reckless and boundless, and so much more than a 15-year-old could ever hope to control. Kira shivers. She can't help it. No, she decides, still absently rubbing one arm with her free hand. That won't happen, can't happen, not again. She's getting better, she hopes. And it does seem to help sometimes, the rage. At the very least, she only ever notices the cuts and bruises after the fight, and by then Alwyn is usually well on his way to fixing her. She trusts he'll do the same now. Only she had noticed something this time. Something had punched through the rage like a red-hot poker through steel, like a needle through flesh, and now her skin was crawling and her muscles felt like jelly, and that endless buzzing between her veins was back. Back. That was the part that scared her. Not the sudden fatigue or the weakness in her arms and legs. Not the tiny bright red spot where the needle had gone in. Not even the thought of whatever horrors the injection might have brought with it. No, what scared her was that somehow, when the underground murder ball she was nearly certain she'd never encountered before had flooded her system with poison nanites, it had felt strangely, frighteningly familiar. This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pod Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play that rigs up your broken murder balls to explode. It only takes a minute. Highly recommended. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
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 That was our most efficient hi ever.
I know. Go us.
2024, man. It's the year of highs.
Year of the efficient high.
Year 4, we finally learned to greet people.
We finally learned to hi.
So previously on the program, our party conducted the rest of the battle with the murder balls, which involved murdering the balls rather than getting murdered by them. After that, they went through the scrap in the room, and they did find the dead body of somebody who was carrying a wayfinder that was engraved with a picture of a handsome man wielding 2 pistols, who was probably not Asher, but who can really say. After that, they had to basically decide whether they were going to continue for the day or if they were going to keep on trucking, because this has been a very long adventuring day. It's the first day in the Scar of the Spider. But then they decided to press forward into the oddly worked part of the cave, where suddenly it goes from being just your standard earth, rocks, and water and robot junk to worked metal tiling, metal panel walls, and a set fixed height ceiling. Everything seems more like a spaceship, even though you're not in a spaceship. This is very clearly built into the cave. And that's about where we are now, except that as we left last week, Tarazi led the party into the next room, down that little worked hallway, into a wide chamber with an intricate symbol etched on the floor, a dozen niches on the walls, and 6 weird-looking people with seams on their plasticky, shiny skin. And these people all kind of started lurching forward immediately upon seeing our dear friend Tarazi. So I think we're starting today by rolling for initiative. Yay.
Yay. Simulacrum. Commanding Kira.
Not only is it much cooler than childish Kira, but the alliteration there. I guess the sound alliteration because of how childish and commanding both start with C, and Kira starts with K. Let's cut this part out. Let's cut it out. Which is the fastest way to guarantee it stays in. So if you're wondering, no, it didn't get cut out.
Well, what did you get for initiative?
Well, it's an initiative roll, so I rolled single digits. That's going to be a 12 total.
All right. How about Tarazi standing out in the room kind of by himself?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? 18 off the dice for a 21.
Nice. So Levi gets to go on initiative 21 as well. And how about the soft-spoken Brixby?
A 17er for a 25.
All right, that's pretty speedy. You might need it. And the unrelenting Alwyn.
He's still unrelenting?
He's still.
I guess everybody else is still the same.
Yeah, we haven't left this map.
Yeah. I got an 8 for a 15.
All right. Well, I did roll quite well for most of these mannequins, but still, Brixby has beaten them all and gets to go first.
All right. Brixby, looking past his good buddy Levi, is going to reach into his pouch, roll up a little bit of that good bat guano, and is going to lob it being the material component for a fireball spell, right into the middle of the room, right about there. So that is 20 square feet from, if there's this one, and this one. I can't see if there's another one up in the corner up here, but I'm going to assume for the sake of symmetry there is, leaving these 2 unscathed. So I'm going to need a reflex save from the 3 or 4 combatants in the fireball.
All right, we're going to go clockwise, starting with the ornery mannequin in the top left corner. That is a 17.
Failurino.
All right, how about the drunk mannequin? That is a 21.
That is a success. Caden is with that mannequin.
A much worse roll for the rosy mannequin. That is only a 15.
Failuroo.
And the final mannequin is the heroic mannequin. We're looking at an 18.
That is also a fail.
Oh, no.
So, it is time. Here comes the lots of ones. That is a 30. So, 30 to 3 of them, 15 to the other one.
All right. That's going to take me a minute to input for some reason.
I guess that's a perfectly average roll. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
That's a very good opening salvo. And only 1 save on it.
That is true.
But unfortunately, you've now invoked the ire of the mannequins. So I think the rosy mannequin is going to take a 5-foot step to the south and just plop right next to Tarazi, and is gonna start doing some punching. Or slamming, if we're being more accurate here. Slam number 1, that is a 20 even versus flat-footed AC.
No, sir.
How about slam number 2? That is substantially less.
That's still no.
So outlook not so rosy for the rosy mannequin. The ornery mannequin, however, seeing this, is like, oh, I see what's what. And it's going to break out this weird gun-looking thing. And it's going to take 3 shots at Tarazi semi-automatic mode. So, how's a 22 versus flat-footed touch sound?
Yes, that one does hit.
All right, that is 5 non-lethal damage. I did forget to use deadly aim because I'm good at this game. Shot number 2 is only an 11 versus flat-footed touch.
That does not hit. Barely.
And the final one, we do have a 21 versus flat-footed touch.
Oh, that one hits.
All right, much better damage. We're looking at 9 non-lethal on the final stun from the stun a gun.
Don't care for it.
Well, you can do something about it because it's now your turn.
Dope. Yeah, seeing the rosy mannequin flailing against it fills Tarazi with confidence, and he will, feeling the heft of this new-to-him weapon, swing down with the null blade 3 times at old Rosie the Riveter. And as is tradition, the good initiative means poor attacks. 2 definitely miss. The third one is a 24, though.
A 24 does not hit this mannequin friend.
Neat. Confidence misplaced, I see. Levi will then attempt to strike the same mannequin with his 2 bite attacks. What about a 25?
25 hits exactly.
Yeah, big snake.
You have solved my AC puzzle.
Oh, am I enthused about that? Because here comes 16 points of damage, and of course the free attempt to grab. Does a 36 beat its CMD?
You have grappled the Rosie the Riveter.
Excellent, and that is going to do some constrictoroo, which is not on the hover tooltip.
I found the actual icon for grappled this time.
That is 13 points of constrict damage, almost max.
That is a lot. Rosie the mannequin is not looking all that great right now.
Excellent. That's my long turn.
All right. Well, Rosie the mannequin's best friend, the faithful mannequin, is going to take a 5-foot step to the north and try to shoot some snake, I think. And this time we're going to use some deadly aim. So that is a 13 versus touch.
Against which snake?
On the big snake.
Yeah.
Well, big snake is grappling its friend, so... Ooh, max damage, you're looking at 14 non-lethal.
Gross.
Number 2, we're looking at a much better roll with a 23 versus touch on big snake.
Yep.
Max damage again, another 14 non-lethal.
Yuck.
And the final one, with only a +2, we still got a 17.
Yeah.
Minimum damage, we're looking at only 7 non-lethal. It's a no big deal. Just a little bit of a major damage turn. Snake's probably basically unconscious. And that brings us to the drunk mannequin. Now, the drunk mannequin, being, drunk, is gonna charge. It's just gonna rush right down and try to smack Tarazi, even though its buddy just had a hard time doing the same thing. Ooh, that is a 30 to hit on the Chargeroo.
Yeah. You did it. I'm unhappy about it, but you did it.
How does 15 slammy damage sound?
Acceptable, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's how many you get, so...
And it's lethal slammage?
That is lethal slammage. Let's see. I think the fervent mannequin is going to do a 5-foot step up into the flank here. We're going to go for... Slam number 1 is a 32 to hit.
Yep.
That is 10 damage. And slam number 2 is 26 to hit. Oh,
Nope.
28 with the flank.
Nope.
All right. Well, the heroic mannequin is going to come on down Let's see. He doesn't have a good angle, so I think he's gonna just take a little move action here and fire a little stunny do at the little snake, because the little snake's the one in the way here. That is 27 versus touch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right, 7 non-lethal to finish the almost unending barrage of mannequins, which brings us to Alwyn.
Hey, can those 2 mannequins in the back there make me a reflex save?
You're talking about the heroic mannequin and the faithful mannequin?
Yeah.
They would rather not. The heroic mannequin gets a 20 even. The faithful mannequin gets a... Ooh, pretty good roll. How about a 25?
Neither one of them falls into the pit. It was a DC 19, but there is now a pit across those 4 squares that they make up there.
All right, drawing a pit, and they presumably jumped clear of the pit.
And that will be his turn.
All right, Kira, there is some traffic between you and the mannequin friends.
Yeah, there is. Gonna try and go for it anyway and just sort of wiggle through this snaky space.
All right, there will be 2 slams of opportunity as you pass through.
Yeah. I've got hit points for days. It's fine. Kira is going to start by raging because she has seen this thing before of where, let's say an acquaintance rushes forward and then ends up surrounded. So she is going to go ahead and rage and move forward just a few squares.
All right, a 22 and a 21 on the slams of opportunity.
Those are such good slams.
They're good slammers. That is 11 damage on the first one and 10 damage on the second one.
Okay, 11. Loading. It's loading. And you said 10 on the second?
Yeah, but if you are moving past that third guy, there's a third slam of
Oh,
opportunity.
yeah, bring it on.
Only a 16.
No. Wait, no.
All right.
Okay, now I have moved. I'm going to try and attack. And actually, let me see if I can do my thing. 36 to hit? Is that right? 1, 6. Yeah, 36.
36 will definitely hit.
Great. 22. 32 damage.
All right, well, that's pretty mean to the drunken mannequin. And that brings us to the top of round 2 and Brixby.
Can't remember if we got it all last time that we encountered these fellers, but can I roll a knowledge engineering to figure out if they're different than, like, other creatures that we've interacted with that look like them?
Sure.
Alrighty. That is a 33.
That's definitely plenty to confirm that these are indeed mannequin robots. But you also find that, or can tell that these are a different model of mannequin robot than the base model, which is what you encountered in Scrapwall. These are security class, which are presumably designed for assisting human security forces in dangerous situations. And thus they have some bonus feats, some better armor, and all that good stuff. They are proficient with more weapons. Let's see. These ones also do seem to have some class levels to them. The good friends that they are. So with a 33, I think you can go for 2 questions.
Didn't we? I feel like we learned almost all of them, everything that we needed to know about them during the landing mannequin situation that we ran into in Scrapwall. Everyone remember what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But just for fun, let's talk about special attacks and special defenses.
Well, as far as special defenses go, they do have a bravery bonus to their will saves. In addition, they have hardness, construct immunities, and resistance to some stuff. But I guess I won't say exactly what, because you didn't ask what the resistances were. What was the other thing you asked? Special attacks?
Special attacks, yeah.
They don't really have any traditional special attacks. They seem to just have the natural attack slam, and then they have those little gunny doos.
Gunny doos indeed. All right. Brixby doesn't love it, but he is going to pull out, not being able to do a whole lot, he's going to pull out a small loop of leather and say, "Go, snake. Be blurry," and cast displacement on Levi. Now you got a 50% miss chance.
Thanks.
All right.
And that's my turn. Yeah.
All right. The rosy mannequin is currently grappled, so it's just going to try to punch the snake that's grappling it. I think that's where we're going here. So slam number 1. Looking at a 23 to hit on Big Snake.
Nope.
Slam number 2 is less, substantially less.
Oh, then no.
The outlook is not rosy for the rosy mannequin.
Hey.
Now, the ornery mannequin only now has a good shot at Kira, so it's just going to stick with that semi-automatic stun gun special, and it's going to do deadly aim this time. So, how about a 24 versus touch for Kira?
24 versus touch? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's looking at 13 non-lethal. And a 27 versus touch.
Actually, no, that one doesn't work. 24 was fine, but 27.
Okay, it was actually a 21 versus touch because I'm bad at math.
Well, that does it then.
All right, 13 damage again, and one more. How about an 11 versus touch?
Meets beats.
All right. How about 12 more non-lethal damage?
How about it?
All right, Fervent Tarazi, you are flanked, but one of the flankers is currently...
Wait, Blur.
Well,
Oh.
he didn't get attacked. It's his turn now. Oh, the blur's on Kira.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
forget.
Oh, no. Where's the other half of my D100? Okay, first one, 95. Second
95.
one, 79. Third one, 96.
We tried. Thanks.
I
Sam.
failed you.
No. Sam failed me. Or
That's
won
harsh.
them.
All right, now Tarazi's up.
We're going to do another Null Blade full attack first, starting with Rosie. If Rosie goes down, then we'll pivot to Fervent Mannequin. You know, there's some fervent on fervent action here. The tension's real, even though you might not hear it, listeners. All right. That is 2 hits, knowing that I solved the AC puzzle even pre-grapple of 25. They're both critical threats, so I am going to roll to confirm thanks to that improved critical. Unfortunately, neither confirmed, because why would it? Still, the first hit coming at Rosie... Minimum on the D10 for 15. Is Rosie still up?
Rosie is still up.
Sorry, 17 because they're constructs.
Rosie is still up, but less so.
Okay, with the Bane of 2d6, does that qualify fully on these, or is it going to be halved?
These count as robots, not as androids, so I believe it's full.
Nice, so then 2d6 Bane construct coming on top of that.
I don't like that.
9 more.
All right, it looks like it's kind of wobbling on its feet, but it's not actually falling down, as you have taken it to 0. Exactly.
Well, I did say if they went down, so then here's 27 dress damage more.
It goes to negative 27. It's definitely dead.
Hooray! And seeing as it is now lifeless, relinquishing the grab, Levi will pivot their attention to the Fervent Mannequin. Natural 19 and a natural 20.
Whoa.
So definitely 2 hits, and let's roll to confirm. Yeah, natural 18 to confirm. Snake bit, son.
All right, I do have to roll a fortitude save. The robot that is vulnerable to crits, I have to roll 2 fortitude saves, don't
Only one of them is a crit.
I? Oh, only one's a crit.
He doesn't have keen teeth, although I really wish he did.
All right, well, it does pass the fortitude save, so it's only staggered for 1 round if it survives these chomps.
I mean, maybe. Let's see. The first one is 17, 34 on the second one.
Dang.
Is it still out?
It is indeed.
Then let's get that free attempt to grab. Ooh, much lower. Only a 28 against CMD.
28 still does it.
Yes. 12 points of constrict damage.
All right, it is still up and staggered and grappled.
Excellent.
And let's see, that takes us to the faithful mannequin, who is not dead. The faithful mannequin is very upset about all of its friends, but it also doesn't want to fall in the pit. So I think what it's going to do is it's going to walk forward 15 feet away from the pit, and then it's going to try to just shoot Kira once with a stun gun and deadly aim. That is a 27 versus touch.
27 is so good, Sam.
It's 14 non-lethal damage. Now the drunk mannequin is less happy because its buddy just died next to it. But it's going to try to do the double slam. I think it's going to take a 5-foot step because it's dangerously close to being flanked here, and it's smart. And then it's going to try to slam Kira. That is not going to work. That is only a 16 to hit.
16 will not hit.
Alright. I don't like that at all. Now, the fervent mannequin is staggered, so all it gets is 1 action. I suppose it's going to just try to punch the snake. Because what more can you do, really, when you're grappled? That is a natural 20.
Gross.
To confirm on snake punch is subtracting the grapple only a 20 even, so I don't think that's confirmed.
That would not confirm, but this is the big snake, right? The displaced one?
Yeah.
So you need to roll for super blur.
I also forgot to roll blur on Kira for the last shot. That is 17 on the blur for the snake.
Huzzah!
And the previous blur for Kira is a 53. The blur dice have had it with Kira's blurriness. And the final mannequin. Please kill some of these mannequins. It's got to walk away from the pit, so it's just going to go up to the north, and then I guess it's just going to do a shooty-doo semi-automatically at Kira. 12 versus, what's it called, touch AC.
Touch? Yeah, it's gonna hit.
All right, that is 7 non-lethal.
Blur?
Blur. You'd think we'd know how to do this by now. That is a 69.
Yeah.
Nice. Natural 2 for a 9 versus touch AC.
No, that's not gonna work.
And the last one, a 13 versus touch AC.
That will work.
And an 18 on the blur. So no, it won't.
Yeah.
But hey, it's round 2. It's Alowin's turn.
Alowin is going to, using the lesser extend metamagic rod, he uses a swift action to pop it into his hand from his wrist sheath. And then he is going to use its final charge of the day to cast haste on the party, giving us haste for 20 rounds, which should hopefully be almost to the entire combat.
Probably.
And that will be his turn.
All right, that brings us to Kira.
Shoot, which one is dead?
Rosie, the one north of Terasi.
Got it. Okay. Kira will stay where she is in full attack. Okay, that first one is a 16 plus... I always forget to roll these in the tray. They're not in the tray. 16 plus 21. 37 to hit.
27 will hit.
37? I mean, if 27 hits then.
Oh, 37 won't hit. It's too much.
3d6. That's not great. Sweetheart, I need you to move. Thank you. Oh, just a, okay. The cat is biting me as I tell her to move out of the way.
Oh, she
Focus.
likes the mannequins.
Baby. 7 plus 22, 29 points of damage on that first one.
All right. It's still up, but it doesn't look good.
29 on the second hit.
That will also hit.
Better damage that time. 11, 13, 22, 35.
That
13
is
plus 22, yes.
that is the end of the drunken mannequin.
Gotta get close to these other guys so I can just turn around and keep on hitting.
I mean, you can 5-foot step in the middle of a full attack. Go to the southeast and wail on the grappled one.
That's such a good point. Oh, I take it back. I'm 5-foot stepping. And gonna, just keep on keeping on. That is a 29 to hit. I think 29 just did hit.
Yeah, and this one's also grappled and staggered.
Oh, right. 34. Yeah.
That is a double KO round.
Oh, nice. Great. All right, that's my turn. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, top of round 3, Brixby.
Well, I did have a plan when I thought we needed to play more defensively, but after watching Kira's round from behind the protective coils of my big snake friend, I'm feeling a lot more optimistic about our 5th combat of the day? 4th? I don't know. Guess I am going to cast my last remaining area of effect spell. Brixby pulls out a small ball of bat guano and sulfur and throws just about, I would say, 10 feet behind the heroic mannequin.
But that's the best
Actually,
one.
So yeah, I'm going to shoot it right behind the heroic mannequin again, so that's right there. So I need these two, the heroic and the ornery mannequin, to make me a reflex save.
All right, we'll start with the ornery mannequin. That is a natural 20.
Whew! Pass-a-rooney.
And the heroic, that is less. That is an 11.
That is a failaroo. Alrighty, here comes the 10d6s. Hey, there aren't a lot of ones in there. So that's 36 fire and then half. So the other one, 18.
All right.
Minus whatever.
I can totally do math right now.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, so Sam, on like an ordinal scale, would you say that you are more ornery, faithful, or heroic right now of your
I would
3 remaining?
I would think that I would be ornery, but perhaps most faithful at this point.
Oh,
Faith in my mannequins will win the day somehow, even though they won't.
that bittersweet note, I end my turn.
All right, well, that brings us up to the ornery mannequin, because the rosy one is too dead to get a turn. Yeah, it's going to stick to its non-lethal plan and just keep shooting Kira with a stun gun. On semi-automatic mode, of course. Deadly aim. That is an 11 versus touch.
An 11 versus touch will do it.
All right, that is 14 non-lethal damage. Oh, Blair.
Blur.
29.
Oh.
Number 2, we're looking at a 17 versus touch.
Nailed it.
89 on the blur, and 13 non-lethal. The last one...
I keep forgetting that the non-lethal will add up. That'll get there.
But at least you don't get lethal. The last one is an 11 versus touch. That is a 69 on the blur. Nice.
Nice.
Only 9 non-lethal damage on that one.
Aw, you hate to see it. Oh, almost lethal damage.
And that's the end of the ornery mannequin, who's really made a point of how ornery it is. That brings us to Tarazi, who, Kira just killed the mannequin that your snake buddy was grappling, which is pretty rude. So if you want to turn on her, this would be the time.
I'll file that away. But in this moment, instead, he will go to interpose himself between the heroic mannequin and his companions and do a 5, 10, 15, 25 feet kind of right up to it and do a singular null blade strike. Oh yeah, that is a 32.
Sounds like a hit.
That is 18 points of damage. And then Levi will kind of go up and try and just kind of clomp on over all of the corpses. And will also take a bite. Well, not also, but he'll take a bite at the same. Ooh, natural 17. That is also going to hit. If 29 hit and this is over that, I can just math that so well. That is 17 points of damage and a free attempt to grab.
Alright.
Only a 25, though.
Oh, 25 will not grab.
Big bummer.
It's the first failed grab in a while.
Yeah. Well, it had to happen at some point. End of snake turn.
All right, that brings us to the faithful mannequin, who turns off his Walkman that's playing some George Michael, takes a 5-foot step just away from Kira, the mannequin murderer, and he's going to unleash a non-lethal flurry of stun gun shots at Tarazi, with deadly aim, of course. First one is a 22.
Yes, that will hit.
Versus touch, of course. That is 14 non-lethal.
I'm unhappy.
Natural 1 on the second one.
I will miss.
But the last one is an amazing 9 versus touch.
I will also miss.
Thought maybe he was a non-dexterous snake.
His flat-footed touch against these construct-type creatures is like a 14.
It's mean.
Okay.
Well, that brings us over to the heroic mannequin, who just heroically got its face beaten in by a pair of snakes. So I think it's going to do one slam for each of you. We'll start with the small snake. How does an 18 sound on the slam?
Hilariously insufficient.
Well, on the slam on the big snake, how about a 28?
Also insufficient.
Well, the heroic mannequin doesn't feel quite so heroic any longer as we come around to Alwyn.
You know what? He is going to take a step up just to stay next to Bricks in the back over here. And he is going to cast a spell at the one that is currently menacing Kira. So if that one can make me a... I know what my spells do. A will save, please.
Is that the faithful one? The furthest south? Because all the ones close to Kira are dead.
Oh, that one's dead. Okay. Oh, that's right. They have rain. Okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah, he'll do that one. I can't see the skull on this one because I think other stuff is covering it.
You said a will save?
Yes.
Is it a fear effect?
Compulsion?
How does a 12 float your boat?
That is a fail. You have been hit with sensory overload, and I am really loving that I took that spell because I've been getting a lot of mileage out of it. So that's the one that you now have to make a DC 19 roll every turn, or you can't take non-movement actions.
All right, giving him the traditional back pain icon. Excuse me.
And that will be Alwyn's entire turn.
All right, Kira.
Let's see. I think Kira's gonna jump real quickly over to the back pain mannequin before venturing back north. And that happens over here. So take a 10-foot 2 steps and just do a regular attack. Smart to move out of the way. Oh, that's a 4 on the die. But a 4 plus a 21, 25. Does a 25 work?
25 hits exactly.
Yes. 26 points of damage on back pain.
Back pain is unhappy about that.
Makes sense. That's me.
All right. Brixby, top of round 4.
Yeah, this is one of those wizard has just a few spells and most of them are utility now. So Brixby's going to lean on something that comes from his Void Elemental School. And that there is called Reveal Weakness, which as a standard action I can select a foe within 30 feet. Just want to make sure here. Oop, I'm going to take a 5-foot step forward to do this. So take a little 5-foot shuffle. And then back pain mannequin is going to be the subject of my Reveal Weakness, which is, again, my wizard school lesser power for Void Elemental, which means they can take a penalty to their AC and saving throws equal to half my caster level. So for 1 round. So it's going to be -5 to AC and saving throws.
That'll come in handy when it has to make a DC 19 saving throw just to act. Spoiler, it may not be able to act.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. The ornery mannequin is pretty upset with the way things are going. It's going to stick with its semi-automatic firing stun gun, though, because, it's working for it, kind of. We're going to start by shooting the big snake. How does a 28 versus touch sound?
You know what they say, the bigger the snake, the higher the touch AC, but that still hits.
All right, that is 9 non-lethal damage. Let's see, I think because Tarazi kind of has cover from the big snake, these are all going to just be at the big boy as the only real convenient target. So how does a 21 versus touch sound?
More than sufficient.
10 more non-lethal.
Boo.
And 15 versus touch.
Yeah. Not by a ton. But
Only 7 non-lethal on that last one.
It's he has taken a significant amount of non-lethal damage today. But he's still hanging on.
As your prize, it is your turn.
Oh, I love prizes. We'll go with the full attack then from the recently shot snake of the larger size. Words are so good, y'all. Thanks to haste, here comes 3 bites. 31, 23, I think misses.
Yep.
So we got 1 hit. That is maximum 19 damage.
All right, even though it has some hardness, that is just enough to end the life of the heroic mannequin.
Whoa.
There goes your hero.
Wow.
Watch him as he goes.
Watch him, indeed. Yeah, I'm just going to forfeit Tarazi's turn to watch. No, instead, Tarazi will then act. Tarazi then will stride up towards this ornery mannequin and take a single null blade hit. And yeah, that's a 32.
Sounds like a hit.
And that is 20 points of damage, but these are constructs, so I get that 2d6 I forgot about from that bane damage. 5.
We have another double KO turn. As
Hey.
the snakes go back to back.
Awesome, yeah, that's their turn then.
Well, unfortunately for everyone in the party, the faithful mannequin with its terrible back pain and its void weakness is about to mess everybody up. Just wait for this will save at a -5. No, it does not. So it's just gonna... Well, it probably should have rolled to not fall in the pit last round because it is next to the pit. It's going to take a 5-foot step away from said pit. That's the end of its turn. So, Alwyn.
Kira wasn't right there. I would love to cast another pit on this thing now that it's got those lowered saves. He is going to move the extent of his movement to get directly behind Kira. And then he is going to... and I'd much rather do it to Tarazi, but he's too far away to get him this turn. He is going to hit her with a Cure Critical Wounds. I almost thought that was a 9 for a second, which would be real impressive on a D8. So that is 22 plus 10. So that is 32 points of healing to Kira.
Nice.
And that also wipes out the same number of points of non-lethal.
Yeah, it's getting up to 100 there.
And that will be his turn. I can finally see the other now dead robot that I couldn't see for like the entirety of the fight.
All right, and Kira, you have a unable to act, lowered AC robot standing in front of you. Can you possibly defeat this menacing beast?
So fun. Roll 1d20 plus 21. Yikes. However, still 26.
26 hits.
That is 32 points of damage.
Still up.
Great. Got 3 more hits. Yep, it's another 5, which means that's not going to hit. That's sad.
Because of
Rough
the -5 to AC he currently has, that does hit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, 34 points of damage.
That is the
kicking?
end of the mannequin.
His back pain will not be forgotten.
All right, we are out of initiative.
Is everybody all right?
Well, I thought I was in trouble there for a second, but Alwyn, thanks. I'm okay.
You're welcome. Tarazi, do you also need any healing? I don't have much left, but I can do what I just did to Kira.
Yes, that would be much appreciated.
Hey, rolling an inertis is quicker. I think I accidentally hit 5. I'll just look at the first one. Wow, I hit way too many. I'm ignoring those last 2. But, so that is 9, 10, 11, 18. So that is 28 points of healing to Tarazi.
Thank you.
And I actually have 1 level 4 spell left if either of you guys wants a little bit more. I don't know who's down worse.
I'm back up to full.
Do you want to hang on to it?
You're back up to full?
Unless Tarazi's looking...
Yeah, maybe I'll hang on to it. Unless Tarazi's
Tarazi's
still...
close enough to full. Levi has 78
How's,
non-lethal.
Levi?
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah.
Save Levi.
Yeah, so Alwyn will take a step over and touch the goopy snake.
Thanks.
And let me see if I can just only roll 4 of these this time.
He was 13 away from
3,
unconscious.
4.
Oh, no.
10, 17, 27 to Levi.
Thank you.
Do we... Is there anything to find in the room aside from what's on these fallen mannequin combatants in these niches?
Well, it looks like each of the niches is some kind of a machine, which you could roll engineering on. There's also the giant symbol on the floor, which seems to be vaguely androphyn, but would require a linguistics check to interpret.
To scan the QR
Oh,
code.
so that's like, yeah, that's actually like a symbol. I thought that was just like wires or something.
Oh, I have linguistics.
All right, so I rolled a 30 on engineering and only a 13 on my linguistics. So that's a 30 going on 13. That's,
Ha ha. 27
Ew.
dresses.
Nice. Under 30 engineering, but a 17 linguistics.
Well, Brixby can tell that each of these niches has basically a charging bay hooked up to some sort of external power source. So you can't see, like, the wiring goes into the wall. So there's some power source somewhere in here. But it looks like basically if you put a battery on here, it will be charged by something.
so it's like one of those kiosks at the airport that you don't really see where anything goes, but you just see the, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there's probably malware built into the...
We could maybe take batteries off of anything we're using, like your gravity clip and your chainsaw, anything else, and throw them on these. And then
The masks too.
yeah, the
We
masks,
can bring
right?
Batteries
yeah,
on.
we'll pull them all off, throw them on these, pop in fresh ones, right? Come back, grab these on the way out. How long does the charging take? I guess I should have asked that.
It doesn't actually say. I feel like it's like about a minute to get a full charge on a battery.
Tight. So maybe we just wait then, if everyone's cool with it, because there's healing going on, and like maybe that's maybe running alongside. Brixby's just kind of running around.
If we hang out for an hour, everybody heals 11 points of non-lethal if we wait an entire hour.
I don't know if we want to wait an entire hour because we still have like
Yeah.
Ashen Path on us and a couple other things that
Yeah.
might be nice to hold on to.
And that would, yeah. Yeah, we'd lose all our stuff. We actually, I think, technically still even have haste, because what's 20 rounds at 6 seconds a round? That's like
It's
even a
2
few
minutes.
of that.
Yeah, let's move quickly to the next room, which is smart
Azuma.
because of how few battles we've done today.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to have haste after all this stuff's on there.
Yeah,
and
with all the
charged,
healing and everything.
But we will, in
Yeah,
fact,
no, that's
have
gone.
all of our batteries will be good to go.
What are there, 12 little guys?
Also, Alwyn seeing Brixby trying to figure out what is on the floor also makes a linguistics roll and gets a 26.
While Alwyn's looking over this like huge ornate symbol. I mean, you can see on the floor it's almost 30 feet in diameter. It seems to be like a large pattern made out of androphyn symbols that are like little snippets of some sort of code, like a programming language, but like arranged almost as an art piece. Like something did this like to make a picture out of code. So it's not anything functional.
And does it look like somebody Androphin did this, or like maybe somebody found this afterwards and decided to do this?
Definitely someone
Like, is there a way to how old it looks?
Definitely someone with detailed knowledge of androphin, but I don't think you can really tell how old it is. It's etched into the metal.
Oh, okay. It is like etched in. I didn't know if like somebody just happened to find like a bunch of like circuit boards or something. It's like, I can make art out of this, because they didn't know what it was.
It was Banksy, actually.
I think this is. It looks like some kind of writing. The same kind of writing I think I've seen you, Brixby, use on some of their little computer things, but it's all jumbled up. It looks like they were using it more to make a design than to actually write anything.
And like with that, Brixby looks down, like looks up at Alwyn, and it like totally makes sense. Like the type of person that Alwyn is, like the way that they see. I could just imagine this sort of like cosmology of pieces kind of coming together in their weird starry eyes.
Yeah.
So it like takes a moment and it's like, oh yeah, it's like a ransom note down there. It's all just cut and pasted together.
Yeah, I feel like Brixby would have been trying to like actually read it, and maybe that's why he couldn't figure it out.
That totally makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Brixby, Kira, and Tarazi are all arguing about the like intonation and pronunciation of one of the accents over something, and we just realize it's dust. But we should probably
It's
keep
just
moving.
Dada.
It's true.
Yeah, before they go to advance any farther, Tarazi will take a standard action to cast Lead Blades. So he'll be good for the next 7 minutes.
Right? Who's leading the way to the north?
With the haste, Tarazi's AC right now is 30, so he feels pretty comfortable kind of walking on.
Brixby's going to pull and just hold the ever-smoking bottle.
Looks like a door here to the west. We'll take a cash listen.
Well, as you come into this room, there's a mess of intertwined tubes and pistons occupying the east and west walls of the chamber. The corridor that you're in continues to the north, and a section of the west wall made of a slightly recessed slab of polished metal that disrupts the regular pattern of gray metal plates on the wall. It does appear to be like a large glaucite door, almost built in flush with the cave wall here. Bright lights glow in the ceiling 15 feet above it.
Does a 27 perception discern anything over the kind of background hum?
It just seems to be a big old heavy door.
Do we want to open this door or continue first farther down the hallway?
I say open the door. We don't want to leave anything behind us. Brixby's going to lean in and just take a little look-a-doodle. It's a 25 if it's high-tech or mechanical perception for traps.
It doesn't appear to be trapped. It does seem to be locked.
It does seem to be locked, so I'm going to have to pop this open. Alrighty. Not rolling so hot, but that's a 31.
Why doesn't everybody in the room make me a reflex save?
Oh, no. It was probably a DC 25. Is this a spell or spell-like
It
ability?
sure ain't.
It's a 27 for the soft-spoken Brixby.
All right. So Brixby passes. How about Tarazi?
Only an 18.
That's going to be a fail. How about Kira?
27 for Kira as well.
Kira passes. Alwyn?
Well, if 18 is bad, then my single-digit roll that gave me a 15 is going to be even worse.
Is also going to be a fail. And how about, last but not least, the biggest snake in the room?
21.
21 just barely passes.
Yeah.
So those of you who failed are going to take 39 fire damage as a cloud of steam shoots out of nozzles above that door, filling the room with superheated liquidy air. And those who passed the save will take half of that. So I can't math. 19 points of fire damage.
I am so sorry. I didn't see those above there. It was... Oh, goodness. Ow, my eyes. Can you scald your eyes?
Kira wouldn't know this, but it is Izzy has been in the steam room, and yes.
Well, luckily, our eyes are protected by Ashen Path right now. They
So we
actually
can just
are damaged,
see
but
the
we can
pain.
still see through it fine.
See the nozzle holes.
Yeah, when it wears off, we're all going to be blind.
Well,
Let's see through the cataracts.
that's the trap there. Can't remember if I've already failed the perception, but the trap has gone off. Can I figure out if it's going to reset? Or
I don't know that you can tell because you didn't actually detect the trap to begin with. You know it's there now. You don't necessarily know if it's going to reset. You also know that 31 did not unlock the door.
oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a low roll for you, and Tarazi
Yeah.
can actually aid you as well, give you a little +2.
I will try that again. A little +2 for my friend. Well, we'll see. The steam has really gotten to Brixby as he rolls a 4. He looks around and is like, "I'm sorry. I'm Alwyn, Kira, and honestly, Tarazi, I appreciate you helping me, but I would like you all to step back. If you could all get away from the door. This is
Before everyone gets away from the door, could you all make a reflex save?
I had Levi backing up as Tarazi was helping. I don't know if that matters. He's up and north in the hallway. If he's still in range, I'll roll for him. But
Yeah, he's still in range.
dope.
So
right,
we'll start
that's
with
one-
Levi this time because he's the furthest north.
That is a 23.
All right, that passes. How about Tarazi?
Ooh, that's a dirty 30.
All right, that's good. Alwyn?
Alan got 10 higher than last time for a
All
25.
right, he's safe this time. How about Kira?
That's a 1 on the die for a doesn't matter.
And Brixby?
Brixby, 1 less for 26.
Okay, so Kira's the only one who takes the full 36 fire damage from the second steam cloud that fills the room. Everyone else takes 18. As it appears, the trap did reset itself automatically.
Yeah, real quick.
And the door seems to still be locked.
Just went from full health to 12 health left.
Oh my gosh. You're so
All right.
small, buddy.
Let me just quickly check one thing.
Well, do you need a week to check on that thing? Because now might be a good time for me to go to bed.
We've been thoroughly
All right.
boiled.
Good night,
Good night,
Sam.
Steamy
Good night,
Sam.
Good night, Glaucite
Horrifying
Sauna.
steam trap.
Just think you can charge admission for this later.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
So I got a space heater down here. Space heater. The office may be cold, but accent is hot.
These dice rolls are hot.
Space heater. Space heater.
Space heater.
Okay. that's good.
Space Seater. Space
Speeder.
Cedar.
Now is it?
I believe it would
Space
be-
Cedar.
One of the-
Oh no, your dog.
Oh yeah, he's right down there.
Don't spay him. Wrong tool.
Is that a rat in a gas mask?
Yep. These forms, they wave. And you know what I do? I wave right back.
One of these days, these forms are going to wave all over you.
Follow you.
Waveforms.
Political waveforms. Grand old
Hear myself.
waveforms.
G-O waveforms.
Waveforms.
Kitty.
I think, therefore, I waveform.
I don't know. It sounds like you're putting Descartes before the horse there, man.
There's no way we can delete these tracks. We've got to keep it all in for the bloops. Natural 19 and a burp, boop, boop, boop.
No time has definitely passed.
None.
Everything is normal. Yeah, it's weird how I just got sick in the last 4 seconds. But hey, it's round 2. It's Alowin's turn.
Right. As well as just like batteries everywhere.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, it also
Constant
throws batteries at us like we're Santa in Philadelphia.
City of battery love, they say.
Yeah, let's see if it pops back on. Give it 10 minutes or so and see.
We
if
don't
something
necessarily
happens.
have to wait here, I guess, in silence.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Talk about each
We
other's
could all
days.
practice our
No,
Brixby
wait here in
voice.
silence with Audacity, all our Audacities going.
I'm Brixby.
My bonds is Yampy. Harley Barley.